fun? All good? Cool. So, I'm very fortunate. Most of my demons come from coulda, woulda, shoulda moments. Things I should have done, things I could have done, things I might have done differently. Not said that at that time, said that at that time. But that's very fortunate. These are my first world problems, and you're trying to, sometimes you lose a bit of sleep over these things, and I'm thinking, how can I get? I was very fortunate. I had a dream, and a dream came to me on how to deal with these things. And as I slept, 2 angels came and spoke to me in alternating lines. They said they'd get me out of here and pay off all my fines. They carried ebony caskets with 2 tickets held within and 2 very different approaches to the purging of this sin. The first, his name was Penance. He was the louder of the 2, and he spoke of guilt and shame and all the things that I should do. His shadow came upon me, and I was bowed beneath his threat to return each waking hour to remind me of the debt. The second, she was Charity, no less a shadow she, and yet she volunteered forgiveness on the road to liberty. She would fold her wings about me and release me from this grief, from the pain of keeping hidden all that stuff that lay beneath. Both were equal in their bidding and their powers of persuasion, and it seemed to me unlikely that I could balance this equation. Neither one could be discarded, neither one could be removed. This history must remain, as it could never be disproved. And as I struggled to decide which of these tickets I would choose, which journey I would take, which casket I would use, my heart was drawn to Charity, whose faith was undefined, and yet she offered me a life more like the one I had in mind. But it was cracked, and bits were missing, and the shadows filtered through, and though I ushered in the many, I could not reject the few. So, not necessarily perfect, or even fundamentally honest, but still much closer to the truth, the aging gift that I'd been promised. And with a hand now soft in mine, she encouraged me to try. And I was pulled from out this quicksand by a host of reasons why. This time the door was open. There was nothing to discuss. The shackles fell towards the floor, and one by one they turned to dust. And this ticket to absolution came to rest upon my shelf. What's the use in absolution if you can't forgive yourself? For every night I've sat rewriting all these pages I have torn. I know this grass was never greener in the town where I was born.